Two new Las Vegas casinos just opened in the same week. A $50 million four-story open-air rooftop lounge is coming to the center of the Strip, and the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department has a new policy in place that will be very visible on your next vacation. We have all that and more coming up in this video with your Las Vegas news, updates, and rumors for March 2023. The final tourist numbers are officially in from the year 2022. An estimated total of 38.83 million people visited Las Vegas last year. The average price for a room on the Las Vegas Strip over the course of the entire year of 2022 came in at $182.11, which was 25% higher when compared to the year before. The average price for a room in downtown Las Vegas in 2022 ended up being $99.94, which is only 5% higher than the year before. The Strip totaled $8.3 billion in gambling revenue last year, a 17% increase from the year before. Downtown Las Vegas totaled $880.2 million in gambling revenue last year, just a 4.5% increase from the year before. And just in case anyone is really curious, Boulder Highway made $966.7 million, Laughlin made $500.7 million, and Mesquite made $182.7 million in gross gambling revenue for 2022. A $50 million entertainment venue is coming to the heart of the Strip. Evening Entertainment Group out of Arizona is bringing their own brand of fun to Sin City for the first time. The venue will be called Bottled Blonde and is set to open in late 2024. The four-story, 225,000 square feet structure will be at the southeast corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Flamingo Road. Several buildings of the Grand Bazaar shops in front of the Horseshoe will have to be demolished in order to make way for the construction to begin, but no details on the demolition yet. The company is excited that one of its main features will be an unobstructed view of the iconic Bellagio fountains. The top floor will feature an open-air rooftop, and the property will be a neighbor to Blake Shelton's Old Red that is set to open in late 2023. There's a new museum coming to Las Vegas that almost no one is talking about. The Punk Rock Museum of Las Vegas is set to open on March 10th. The museum is located on Western Avenue right next to I-15 and on the other side of Little Darling Strip Club. Hey. The building will be a dedication to the cultural influence of punk rock's first 5 decades in the music scene. The museum will be covered wall to wall with iconic punk items like clothing, show flyers, handwritten set lists, stage props, and musical equipment. The new business will also feature a tattoo shop, a merchandise store, a chapel for weddings and wakes, as well as a bar. Tours will begin on April 1st, a few weeks after the official opening. Tickets are already available for sale on the company website. The Fremont Street Experience is getting a police substation right in the heart of the downtown action. This was approved by the city of Las Vegas as a response to a recent increase in violent crime in the high-density area. The summer of 2022 saw multiple shootings on Fremont Street, which caused the city to implement metal detectors, bag checks, and a curfew for those under 21 years old. On December 28, 2022, 2 tourists from New Mexico were killed in a hit-and-run accident in the area, and the next day, 2 more people were injured in a shooting near Fremont and 4th. The building will be used by Fremont Street Security, Las Vegas City Marshals, and the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department in an attempt to enhance the level of safety on the Fremont Street experience. Now that Super Bowl 57 is in the books, the countdown for Super Bowl 58 has begun. No, like, seriously. The Las Vegas Super Bowl Host Committee website already has a countdown timer to when Sin City gets to host its first ever Super Bowl. The committee's website does show that they will be in need of 10,000 volunteers to serve as game day ambassadors for the Super Bowl, and are also looking for suppliers and vendors to partake in the big game in 2024. Las Vegas already sees about 300,000 people coming to town for the Super Bowl in a normal year, but early reports suggest that 2024 could see up to 450,000 visitors making their way to Southern Nevada for the biggest sporting event in the U.S. every year. A new restaurant, brewery, and shopping center are all going to be built in the city limits of Las Vegas in the coming future. The City of Las Vegas Planning Commission approved a project request to build a complex at the intersection of Las Vegas Boulevard and Oakey, just behind the newly remodeled 7-Eleven convenience store. The property was formerly a tire shop that has long been abandoned and locked up for years. This is the intersection where the infamous Vicky's Diner was originally located for decades. With the Arts District about a block away, this project is a continued effort by the city to add more improvements to bring jobs and economic growth to the area. The new complex will likely be a nice addition to joining other popular small nearby business favorites like Love It Frozen Custard, Viva Las Arepas, Baja Mar Seafood and Tacos, Dino's Lounge, and Boston Pizza. There was at least one coyote living on the Las Vegas Strip the other day. The animal was spotted on the property of the Wynn Hotel and Casino near the golf course by yours truly. Being that Las Vegas is in the desert, seeing coyotes is not uncommon, but it's rare to see them in the heart of the tourist corridor, and this is the first time we've ever seen one on the Strip. No word on its current location or if there are more in the area. We also do not know if the coyote was charged a resort fee. There has been a very noticeable change in policy with the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. Officers are now allowed to grow facial hair. This was announced early in the year on the department's recruiting Instagram account as well as the LVPD website. The policy change was put into effect by new Sheriff Kevin McMahill after officially beginning his first term as sheriff on January 2nd, 2023. The department also announced for potential recruits that their stance on marijuana usage has changed. Department applicants used to be required to have not used THC-based products within 1 full year before applying to be a police officer. That time frame has now been reduced to 3 months for future applicants. Ojos Locos Sports Cantina y Casino opened at the beginning of February as the first Latin-focused casino in the Vegas Valley. This North Las Vegas property used to be the Lucky Club, which was popular with locals and truckers. The new venue features slots, video poker, electronic blackjack, a sports book, and multiple walls full of TVs to watch different games. Because of the Latin food, drink, and overall atmosphere, some are referring to it as a Mexican Hooters. If you have seen my other channel, Adrenaline Slots, you saw my interview with the CEO of the casino, Seth Shore, as well as a video of me winning money on a slot when it used to be the Lucky Club.
There we go! Damn!
Now there's a new slot video on there since it has changed to Ojos Locos. Be sure to follow us on Adrenaline Slots. We have a lot of fun over there. Mark Wahlberg was recently filming a movie at the STRAT Hotel and Casino earlier in February. The entire front entrance to the property was blocked off for an upcoming film called The Family Plan. The scene at the STRAT included many police cars, an ambulance, and a SWAT vehicle. Word has it that there was also a shooting scene filmed along with several scenes speeding up and down a car on Las Vegas Boulevard between the STRAT and Sahara. Mark Wahlberg is one of Las Vegas's newest celebrity residents after moving here in the second half of 2022. He and his wife put their 12-bedroom, 20-bathroom home in Los Angeles up for sale and moved into a $30 million home in the Vegas Valley to give their kids a better life in Nevada. Speaking of the STRAT, they are the latest property on the Las Vegas Strip to implement paid parking for everyone. We broke this on our Twitter account earlier in February as very noticeable construction was taking place to put in parking gates. Although the STRAT's website still states that they offer free parking, the latest word is that they are going to charge for both self-parking and valet parking. This comes shortly after Resorts World decided to begin charging $10 for parking for all visitors who did not have a rewards card. No word yet has been released on if the STRAT will follow the same model or if the parking charges will be different for Nevada locals. With Resorts World and the STRAT now adding paid parking, this leaves only a handful of properties on the Strip with free parking. If you take a look at the map on your screen, you will see that the only properties on the Strip with all or mostly free self-parking now are at Treasure Island, Venetian Palazzo, Wynn Encore, Fashion Show Mall, Circus Circus, and Sahara. It is our very unpopular prediction that all Strip resorts will charge for parking in some form by the end of 2023. The newest casino in the Las Vegas Valley has officially opened on East Fremont Street, just south of Charleston. The Wildfire Casino is the latest property to be added to the Station Casino portfolio that is rapidly growing. The company already tends to focus more on local players, and this new location is no different. The company website brands Wildfire on Fremont as the local neighborhood casino you'll love. The property is quite small without any table games, but it does have a decent variety of slot machines, keno, craps, video poker at the bar, and a sports book, as well as 2 food options, an IHOP and a Tacos El Pastor. The company's current promotion is offering $20 in free slot play directly to your email if you earn 25 base points on your first day of play. And if for some reason this station property does not have enough to offer for you, their much larger sister property, Boulder Station, is literally right down the road. A tribal nation is trying to acquire land on the Strip as an investment for the future. The potential buyer is the 3 affiliated tribes on the Fort Berthold Indian Reservation in South Dakota that represents the Mandan, Hidatsa, and Arikara tribes. The MHA Nation has agreed to purchase 1.1 acres of land directly across from the Luxor Hotel for $10.25 million. This land contains the old White Sands Motel that was built in 1959 but closed in 2008 and has since become a very abandoned and neglected building. The MHA Nation already owns most of the 15 acres surrounding this site from a $93 million deal they reached with MGM in December 2022, as well as 8.7 acres directly east of that from a bankruptcy purchase for $12 million in 2020. The court hearing for the sale of the 1.1 acres of land is set for March 23rd. At the moment, there is no guarantee that the MHA Nation will be able to acquire the land and no definite plans for what they will do with the 23 plus acres that they already own at the south end of the strip. We will rapid fire a few noteworthy events from your favorite city before diving into the rumors section. Beyoncé is set to perform at Allegiant Stadium on August 26th and 27th. Las Vegas received snow several times in the month of February, including on the Strip. Yes, Vegas does get cold. Atomic Range at the STRAT is making noticeable construction progress on site and will be a competitor to Top Golf over on the MGM Grand's property. TwitchCon is coming to Las Vegas in late October, the same week as the We Were Young Festival. Usher will begin a series of shows at Dolby Live at Park MGM going from March to July. President Joe Biden has made news again that he's pushing for resort fees to become illegal, but no noticeable progress has been made. And Raiding the Rock Vault will finish all of their scheduled shows at the Rio up through April 11th before moving over to the Hard Rock Cafe. We will kick off the rumors section with what is happening with the Rio Hotel and Casino. The property has made its way into the news again after the Oakland A's publicly confirmed that they are also looking at the site as a potential future for a baseball stadium. The issue for this to become a reality is that Caesars Entertainment already sold the Rio in 2019 to Dreamscape Properties out of New York, who is planning on rebranding and renovating the hotel. The Rio is currently a shell of what it used to be years ago when it was loved by so many. Caesars continues to operate the property until it is fully passed on to Dreamscape later this year. No plans have been announced by Dreamscape if the ballpark idea makes progress, but the company has been aware of the possibility for several years. The Rio is one of 5 potential sites the A's are looking at, and they must make their decision before their contract with the Oakland Coliseum expires at the end of 2024. Governor Joe Lombardo has already said that Nevada won't raise any taxes to pay for another professional sports team's ballpark. Several weeks ago, there was a rumor that surfaced on social media about the possibility of Aaron Rodgers signing to play quarterback for the Raiders. The future Hall of Fame quarterback has had a long career in Green Bay that includes a Super Bowl. Despite signing a 3-year, $150 million contract extension in the 2022 offseason, questions surfaced this offseason about his future and a possibility with the Raiders. That was until recent news broke that the Raiders were not going to wait on Aaron Rodgers or the Packers to make a move and have decided to move on. There's also been a rumor about Jimmy Garoppolo being signed by the Raiders, but no further details have emerged. Be sure to subscribe to the channel here and over on Adrenaline Slots. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you have a great month of March. I am Jacob, and this is My Life in Vegas.